Yeah, I just saw a medical examiner's van go briefly in and then out of this street. And so you can see down behind me on the street here, there's a jackhammer working down on part of the street there, but it is still closed off. The people who actually live here are still trying to get in. That's a part of the story. But we do know that during the briefing, the city told us that this was an effort that people thought that the city may have been working on a gas leak there. They said no, they were not doing any work on the street down there at all. And Atmos Energy sent us a statement as well saying they were not working in that area as well. As a matter of fact, Atmos went on to tell us that it was a construction crew. They didn't name the crew, they didn't name the company, but they say a construction crew hit a gas line there, and that may have caused this gas leak that evolved into this explosion, and hence we have this whole terrible situation. It started at 12:47 p.m. and that's when that emergency call came into Dallas Fire Rescue and other emergency responders who rushed here to the scene trying to save lives and get people who were scrambling from the scene, certainly taken by shock by what was happened. This quickly blossomed into what they described as a challenging and an expanding incident. That's what they said in the briefing later this afternoon or earlier this afternoon. 4 people, as you mentioned, Doug, rushed to the hospital. Then city leaders came out and told us in their initial briefing that this was tragic. That was our first clue that something had gone terribly wrong. Here's the mayor telling us about the briefing earlier today.
I want to encourage our entire city, this entire state, the entire nation to come together and pray for all the people, all the families who are affected by this tragedy we are experiencing here today in our city. I just want to say that we are going to do every single thing we have to do and that we need to do to make sure that every affected family by this tragedy gets what they need. So you have my commitment that we will do whatever we have to do to make sure that these folks are okay.
That was the initial briefing. By the second briefing, things had gone from rescue to recovery. They have multiple special teams that they say are working the scene, deployed, trying to get this scene together, trying to find people in a situation like this. And finding people is a tough word to even say when it comes to a situation like this. And they are working to get a total number of the people who are missing and trying to get an account of who is and who isn't at this particular point. And the fatalities, well, that number could continue to grow. That's what we are continuing to wait on information on. There's another briefing, Doug, that's coming up at about 8 o'clock, and I'll be there and have that information for CBS News Texas.